Hey y'all, this is Billy Don Loper, the Magnolia Outreach Coordinator here at the Mississippi Library Commission. Today we're going to take a look at one of the great databases offered on Magnolia to all Mississippians through their local public school libraries, and academic libraries with support from the state legislature. So we're going to step over to a database view and I'm going to walk you through how to make most out of your time on Magnolia. Hi, so today we're going to be taking a look at a different sort of database than the ones that we typically look at in these videos. So today, instead of looking at a unique EBSCO database, we're going to be looking at one of the many databases available exclusively through the Explora interface for Explora for high schoolers. So if you come here while you're on Explora, logged in through Magnolia on the under 18 interface, you'll see this area that says searching all databases. We are going to click into that and we are going to deselect all. And today we're only going to be taking a look at book collection nonfiction. And then we're going to choose select and you'll see our area here has changed to searching book collection nonfiction. So before I show exactly the content that is available through this database, a very quick explanation of why this might be something you would want to do. By selecting in book collection nonfiction, we are limiting the resources that Explora is going to give as search results and topic areas to information only provided through full-length books like encyclopedias or nonfiction monographs on a single particular topic. Now, this content will not be presented as full-text ebooks all of the time. It will also include excerpts and copied chapters from those books. So as a very quick example of that, let's do an example search for the American Revolution. And you'll see here that it is going to pull up our topic overview on the American Revolutionary War. That is coming from the Salem Press Encyclopedia, which is included in book collection nonfiction. And then you'll see our other results here. Another encyclopedia entry, this one from Rourke's Native American History and Culture Encyclopedia. And then what Explora and EBSCO are going to call reports that are actually chapters out of other nonfiction books. So you have Ohio, Indiana, Connecticut. These are all excerpts from our states, and it is going to include the information about the American Revolutionary War from the information provided in those editions of our states about these particular states. You have one for Virginia and it is going through a whole list. Then you also have an excerpt from the book Independence Hall, which is a nonfiction monograph about Independence Hall. And this one is chapter 4, talking about the start of the American Revolution and the role that Independence Hall in Philadelphia played in that. So very quickly, let's take a look at a couple of these just to show how they might differ from some other full-text resources you see in other databases. So we'll click on this encyclopedia entry on the American Revolution from Rourke's Native American History and Culture Encyclopedia. You'll see access options. We can access it as full text. And this is going to be the entirety of that entry. So very important to note, these will not all be long, multi-page, full-length books chapters. This includes all of the information from this particular encyclopedia, Rourke's Native American History and Culture Encyclopedia, available on the American Revolution. So it is important to note that some of these entries, like this one, will not be long, full-length encyclopedia articles, but just excerpts of those particular encyclopedias. And then let's go down here and take a quick look at this chapter 4, A New Purpose from Independence Hall. You'll see it is also available full text. But what that means is not that the whole book is available full text, that this chapter has been excerpted by EBSCO and made available on Explora through the nonfiction book collection. And you'll see here it is the full chapter from this, but it is not the entire book. So that is an important note, that it does not necessarily include ebooks, but also chapters. So if we go here and very quickly actually limit the results to ebooks, you will see that there are no full ebooks available within this collection. This is not an ebooks collection, but instead is focused on providing excerpts on related topics. So very quickly, let's go back to our main homepage though and take a look at how this might interact with our topic areas on Explora. So we're going to click into history, just stick with our American Revolution topic for today. We'll go to U.S. history, and then we'll say click into the American Revolution. So that is going to pull up the typical topic page, just like it does whenever you click through on those tiles. Again, we have our Salem Press Encyclopedia topic overview encyclopedia article. We have some subtopics that we can click into. You have a related topic overview, and then you have search results for the American Revolution, and you'll see that this one does pull out an ebook and some periodicals, and then you have some featured content, which is going to be further ebooks and multimedia assets. Now obviously your multimedia assets and some of these ebooks are not pulling from the book collection nonfiction. For example, let's quickly click into this one on Abraham Lincoln. It is going to pull it in, and you'll see this one is actually pulling from History Reference Ultimate ebook subscription. And this is a full ebook that is available to download as an EPUB, which means that it can then be put on things like Kindles, e-readers, and laptops. And you'll see that up here, our book collection nonfiction now says "and one more." That is because when you click through these tiles, it will always fill the areas that it needs to make sure there are resources available. So whenever you click into any of these tiles, there are certain criteria that it needs to meet. It needs to have subtopics available. It needs to have related topic overviews, which it can get from book collection nonfiction, but it also must be able to present you with ebooks, periodicals, featured content, which are always going to be your full-length downloadable ebooks and multimedia assets. So, heading back to the home page, you will see that it is still saying "one more," and it has selected History Reference Ultimate ebook subscription itself. So, these databases that are available exclusively through the Explorer interface, like book collection nonfiction, are going to be great if you're wanting to limit the resources you have available, but it is also really useful that you can do so without having to worry that Explorer is going to become unusable through some of the tile search interfaces. Whereas instead, if you click into an area that book collection nonfiction does not have enough resources for, the database will self-select at least one more database to fulfill those needs. And I do want to highlight just very quickly that the My EBSCO area and the My Dashboard area is fully available when limiting the databases you are searching for. And if you are interested in finding out more about that, take a look at some of our other videos looking at Explorer or other EBSCO databases. So that has been a look at book collection nonfiction and limiting the databases that you access through Explorer. Thanks so much.
The video you have just viewed is an MLC production, made possible in part with funding from the Institute of Museum and Library Services. We encourage you to visit our YouTube channel and our LibGuides for further resources and supporting content.